First of all, I just want to thank Peter for that really wonderful introduction, and everybody who's working so hard to keep the Lowell Celebrates Kerouac Festival alive. As Peter said, my name is Meg Smith. I was on the board for many years, and my husband, Lawrence Carradini, was the president for 6 years. And in case you think it's very glamorous, we had an apartment full of boxes of t-shirts and posters and all kinds of interesting sort of Delphic emails that would come our way with theories about Kerouac, but we wouldn't have had it any other way. And if you really love the festival, there are so many ways to help. There are so many ways to make it strong, so many talents and hearts and minds that are needed. So why not talk to some of the volunteers afterwards if you think you would like it, if there's something that you can bring to the festival, and I know that you can. I also just want to quickly thank David Amram, who, as you all know, not only is a world-famous musician and composer, but when he's here at the open mic, everybody is the star. And he was a very close friend to Larry, and Larry was a very close friend to him. And so it's really kind of a privilege to read. Actually, this was not planned at all. We didn't talk about this beforehand, but I have some haikus of Larry's to read. And sir, well, I know the pain of watching a spouse who is terminally ill. And Larry lived a very full, amazing life. His last moments were spent very quietly in a dark room in hospice, and I did send him out by reading him some poems. These are some haikus that Larry wrote in 2003. They're called American Style Haiku, inspired by a walk in the Lowell Drake-Tingsboro State Forest. And so I'll try to do some justice to it, and I know he would be really glad that we were all here, and he would probably critique me on my reading of this afterwards. Deciduous groceries, 11 species, maple syrup, sassafras tea. Spring house here, 100 years ago, good water underground. Red pine, straight lumbering, sleeps. Bark beetle Kafka, transformation is profound. Voided, soil, life. Fur scurrying, living sky. Rock, turtle, suns itself. Forest glade, air freshener. Clay pit brook, muddy knees joy, colonized. Brick-built wall. Princess pine in danger. Dragonfly attracts. Cardinal flower praise. 3-inch fish in tea. Colored brook. Beaver eats. Tea-berries party. Dead little mouse. Jack's tears fill my eye. Horsefly doesn't say a word. May 17th, Saturday, I'm having fun walking with other poets. Giant rock garden strewn, glacial erratics, feeling like an ant at someone else's picnic. Sheep rock cleaved, split in time, snow lamb save, it stopped clock of mine. Tiny caterpillar builds perfect tent of silk, wakes up dry. Damned pond, living body, reading water, leaves trees dead. Feed next year's seed. Mosquito kisses me and I gently scold her. Bird food, not on our first date. 5 species bird song singing. Goose honks, 6. Chisel marked and dimpled stone, monuments to humankind's surrender. Acorn falls on head. Oak tree reminder, I ask my pardon as I walk by. Vernal nursery, open when closed, hides to protect adopted young. Unborn branch makes spurl, Byzantine wood, hard rubbed, gains life. Deer fly, not really seeking love, too needy to engender sympathy. Toothpick, pine groves 60 feet tall by 1,000 wide, hide and seek utopia. Fox drunk on winter berries looks for mate, beaver served in lodge, goose coyly swims by, gandering. Lady dove nervously saying, "Go away now, I have work." Sitting. Thank you so much. In all seriousness, I think Larry would have been very pleased and proud and honored by all listening to his words today. And as Peter mentioned, I just want to quickly draw attention to an event that I'm pleased to have a week from Sunday. Edgar Allan Poe also has his place in Lowell's literary history. He actually visited here and was invited actually to present a paper called The Poetic Principle. And also very quickly entered not only into Lowell's history, but much like Kerouac itself, into its folklore and legends. And so we're presenting the Edgar Allan Poe show at the Athenian Corner, which is a wonderful Greek restaurant here in Lowell, Mass. The tickets are advance sale only. You can get them through PayPal. The address is on the flyers here. And I also have some with me if you care to get some from me in person today. Again, we cannot sell tickets at the door for this event. The venue isn't actually arranged for that. So they do need to be bought in advance, and we really hope that you'll join us and help keep all of Lowell's great literary spirits alive. Thank you again all so much. Thanks to our great hosts here. I've done enough talking for this weekend. At the Brewery Exchange, it's time for drinking, no more talking. And they're wonderful hosts here at this venue. Thanks for supporting the Lowell Celebrates Kerouac Festival. A special thanks to our wonderful David Amram, always. Most of all, above and all else, for the gift of his friendship. And have a safe journey wherever your travels take you after this. Thank you again.
I'd just like to say, if I could, very briefly, actually my 85th birthday, for those of you, anybody's as old as me, you should be asleep already, but anyway, it's going to be the first of 9 celebrations. I'm only turning 85 once, but the actual date's November 17th. But they're doing one in London, they're doing one in Toronto, and the Lincoln Center, and the final one's going to be in the Lower East Side at the Theater of the New City, where I started out 60 years ago, just where I met